Alright guys, I know, it's bad. Oh my god, look at that. Oh, it's bad. Oh my god, I can't stand to look at this thing. Holy hell. I've never seen a Mustang in this bad a condition. Oh my god. Alright, I got a game plan, and now I'm going to have to execute it. Heck, my brake calipers that I painted, I spent all that time painting. You can't even tell they're red. They're so bad. Oh my god. Alright guys, so here's what I'm going to do. I figured it out, and I know what I need. I need some juice, man. I need some juice. We all need some juice every once in a while. So, here we go. BAM! Oh, yeah. I know what you guys are thinking. Dude, you just broke the internet. Well, maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. But, I will tell you I took great pleasure in cleaning this beast.
Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, and as you just saw, the car finally got cleaned. Today is a different day, and the subject of today's video is, would I buy this car again knowing what I know now? I think before I can answer that, I really got to tell you guys where I've been. So as quickly as possible, I'm going to tell you guys how this car came to be and what has transpired over the last 9 months. I'm gonna summarize the hell out of it, and bring everybody up to speed on what I'm doing. I got to run some errands, so I'm gonna take you guys with me. Just real quick, you can hear that I just fired up the car. You can hear it. Now that's today. My previous video was recorded like a month ago or a month and a half ago. That's today. Today is February 7th, 2019. So you can hear my car. But let's get to the topic of would I buy this car today and some things that you should know. So come on guys. Alright guys, so anyways, let's get to my story. Basically, I had a 2014, and I'm sorry about all the rain and the noise. There's lots of noise because it is raining absolute cats and dogs, under flood advisories, all that good stuff. Basically, I bought a 2014 Mustang V6. I bought that in 2016. It was early in the year, so the car was just barely over a year old, and I took it out for a test drive, and I loved it. Like I just loved it. I really love the seats. I actually still like those seats better than the seats in this car. Gotta do this errand real quick. So I buy the V6 Mustang, and I love it. And I had the car from May of 2016 all the way until March 29th, 2018, which is when I bought this car. Now, what happened was, we was kind of playing this little flirt game with the local dealership. I was looking at their inventory. I like their Mustangs. Now, I didn't know the difference in the S550s. They all look the same. I didn't realize that in 2018, they had come out with a new engine, a Gen 3. I didn't know all that. More horsepower, all that. So they showed me 3 Mustangs, and I don't even really know if all the Mustangs were 18s or if some of them were 17s and 16s mixed in with the 18s. And I really don't know. I just know they showed me like a red one, a white one, and this black one. And I said, I like the black one. And he said, why don't you come on in and take a look at it? So I ended up coming in, taking a look at it. Still hadn't told me nothing. I took it for a test drive. That's how they get you. Took it for a test drive. And it was the first Mustang GT I'd driven in quite a long time. And obviously I loved it. And I asked him, I remember asking him what year it was, and he said it was an 18. And I'm like, it's brand new? And then I actually looked down at the odometer, and it had like 32 miles on it. And, you know, I was almost sold by then. They tried to give me a bad deal on my trade-in. They were saying this was wrong, that was wrong. There was a couple things wrong with it, but overall, nothing more than what you'd expect for a car that's got a little bit of age on it. And I said, no way, I ain't doing that. And I got them to come up $2,000 on the offer, so that's how much they lowballed me on that. And so I ended up buying the car. I ended up consulting the wife. I'm like, are you okay with this? It's going to be a you know, $100 more a month at least, all that good stuff. And she said, do what you want to do. Now me and her, there's a lot of guys on here who's like, well, I got rid of this car, I got rid of my 18, had the tick before it depreciated and all this other stuff. Now listen, I don't make bad business decisions, but we live in the now. We don't worry about having $600,000 savings for when we retire. We live now. I want to enjoy the money that I earn while I'm young enough to actually enjoy it. I don't want to, the $30,000, I can enjoy that much better right now than I'm going to be able to enjoy it 20 years from now, for whatever reasons may pop up in 20 years. That's not to say I don't save money. It just means I don't save everything I can. I just don't do it. We want to live right now. Okay, that aside, I get the car. I got it March 29th. I started around April 29th, probably about a month later, April 17th, maybe a little bit less than a month later. After watching all the YouTube videos and realizing what I got, I'm like, man, I really lucked out here, man. I got the best Mustang GT they ever made. Gosh, I'm just so happy. I'm watching YouTube channels and stuff. You know, Stang Mode was one of them that I watched. It was one of the first YouTube channels I watched. And I decide I'm going to start making videos. So here I am, about a month into ownership. I make my first YouTube video. And you know, they were really crappy. They were with my cell phone, all that good stuff. I come up for my first oil change about the middle of June. I drive a lot of miles. So middle of June, I come up for my first oil change, and I go take it in, I get the oil changed, and I bring it back, and the very same day, maybe the next day, I start hearing the engine tick. That's that's not made up, that's not, you know, well, maybe you're not remembering correctly, none of that stuff. It was literally the same day or the next day when the car started making the noise. So I get a letter in the mail 2 days after my oil change, and it says, congratulations, you just got 8 quarts of new oil on your first oil change, all that stuff. It was a free oil change. And I'm like, 8 quarts? By this time, I already know the car takes 10 quarts. So I go outside and check my oil, and sure enough, it's low. That's when I make a video. I'm going to try to put that card up here. Now, some of you have probably already seen that video. That video has like 20-some thousand views about them shorting my car, 2 quarts of oil and all that. Now, I made that video. I was really, really mad when I made that video. That wasn't a planned video. That was just, honey, go grab the camera. I'm pissed off. And I made the video. And I really believe that that video helped people. So that's what happened with that. And I've got the tick. So the summer drags on, and I call them again, take it back in. They said they don't hear nothing. I made a video about that. I'll try to put the card up here, but no guarantees. Just look, you know, watch my channel. Anyways, go to Mustang Week, and I'm resolved. You know, I'm gonna get this problem solved. So I get back from Mustang Week, which was Labor Day week, September, and here we are, first week of October or so. I take the car in, and they say, "Oh my goodness, we hear it. Tell you what, we're gonna schedule you next week. Bring the car in. We're going to tear the engine down and see what's going on, and we're going to give you a rental car." Next week comes, I take the car in, I get a rental car. It's raining, so I can't freaking get on it right now. I get the rental car. They have my car for a whole week. They call me up one day out of the blue, that's on another video of mine, and say, "Your car's ready for pickup." And I said, "Oh, it's fixed?" And she goes, "No, not exactly." Basically, they called the Ford hotline. The Ford hotline told them to go out to the parking lot, check another car on the lot, and if that car is making the same sound, then... So they did that. They said it was making the same sound, which if you've heard this car, you know, okay, come on, man. Really? So they give me my car back. Nothing's been done. And I'm right back where I started. But now, the sound is louder. So here we are in February of 2019. And I'm due for my next oil change. It says 129.19 or 17,000 miles. I've got 16,707 miles right now on this car. And I'm on vacation, not next week, but the week following week. I'm going to take it in for an oil change then. And I don't think they can ignore the sound now. It's gotten much louder. You heard that in the intro. So that's where we are now. Now, the $50 million question. Would I do this all again? Would I buy this car again, knowing what I know now? And the answer is, yeah, I think I would. I really think I would. Because, first of all, I don't have any performance problems. The car does exactly what it's supposed to do. It's never let me down. There's never been a check engine light on. I've had the oil analyzed. It's came back clean. Performance-wise, it still smells and feels like a brand new car. It's just embarrassing if I'm sitting at a, you know, it wasn't this loud last summer. So this summer, when the windows are down and I'm sitting at a light next to somebody, I can't even imagine what that's going to be like yet, but we'll see. But would I buy the car again? Yeah, I absolutely would, because I don't know what's wrong with it. You don't know what's wrong with it, and he don't know what's wrong with it. Now, does Ford know what's wrong with it? I don't know. Here's what I do know. I love the hell out of the car. It's brought me nothing but pleasure and joy. The only thing that, you know, obviously the engine tick is the cause of me not... I want to put a tune on it. I want to feel what that feels like. I have never put a tune on a Mustang. I had V6s and I never got to the point of putting a tune on it. I want to feel this difference that everybody talks about. Obviously, I've already done aesthetic mods to the car. I can put an exhaust on it. That's not going to affect anything. and I'm going to do that. But I want to do performance mods, and that's what's holding me up. And I'm really hopeful that something's going to break, and we're going to get past all this, and I'm going to be able to do something. I feel like I'm being held hostage, and I don't want to be held hostage, and it's not really fair, to be honest with you. But having said all of that, the car has been nothing but a joy. It's been, I get up every morning and I look forward to getting in this car and driving it. And I don't know if I can say that. I look forward to driving my V6, but you know, after a few months, you know, it was, you know. But I can't say that with this car. It's still a pleasure to drive this thing. People still say, hey man, nice car, you know, all that stuff. And, you know, I got no complaints. There's nothing I can beef on with this car. As much bad pub that there is on the internet about the 18s and 19 Mustang GTs, I can honestly say it's never physically done anything to warrant you know, the bad reviews. Like, there's lots of bad reviews, but it's all over noise and sound, and none of it's about performance. You got the rare exception of guys blowing their engines, but you know, they're putting blowers on the car and doing things that, you know, probably, I'm not going to say that that caused the problem, because I don't believe that. I think these are strong engines. In my opinion, there is a manufacturing issue with the new cylinder linings that could be causing this problem, or it could be something benign that no one's thought of yet. I don't know. But here's what I'm saying. I would go out tomorrow and buy a 19 GT. Now, the next GT I get, and if I get a 19, it's going to have a digital dash. I'm going to get that, and I might get an automatic, but I don't know. I haven't convinced myself of that yet. If you're going to do a lot of drag racing, automatic's the way to go. If it's going to be strictly street, stick's the way to go. If you want the best of both worlds, I would probably get the automatic and go from there. But I'm still undecided, because I can't make my mind up, because I don't know what Ford's going to do. So, would I buy the car again? Yes. Have I thought about looking at a 15 through 17 Mustang, or a 14 GT500, or a 15 through 17 GT350 as like a trade-in, because the prices are coming down on those cars? Yes. So you got all these options, and I don't know what to do. I really love this car because I bought it brand new. I've driven it every mile that it's been on the road, and that gives you a peace of mind when you have a car that and this is my first brand new car, so I've never felt that before. But there's something to be said for having a car that you have driven every mile of its existence. You know where it's been, you know if it's been beat on a rag, and that's hard to let go of. So there's that. I'm my own man. No one's going to make my mind up for me. I'm going to make up my own mind. And right now, you know, I would buy this car again. It's just meant that much to me. Sorry, guys. It's meant that much to me. And it's getting a lot of bad publicity right now. And maybe it's warranted, but yeah. So that's where I stand, guys. Man, I thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you later.
Alright guys, we're out here in the real world. Just wanted to show you guys real quick how nice this thing looks.